Hey. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Comment below. Can you hear me? Jesus Christ. Welcome to the podcast. About to go get Drew Hood. Very frustrating, to say the least, with my microphone today. God dang. Thank you, Mr. Joy to Steven. Thank God y'all can hear me now. Maybe y'all don't want to hear my voice. Well, better go get Drew Hood to do this podcast, the season finale of the Oh Yeah podcast. Bad going in. Just sent his invite, and I believe he should be coming on in a little bit, and we're gonna be discussing basically his farewell tour, what he gonna be doing in the future, and let's see what gonna happen tonight on the Oh Yeah podcast. Shoot. Man, just have some peace, man. Jesus Christ, that was good. So good. I'm Steven. I'm from Mississippi, and hopefully we can get he in the son of a botch. Gee, okay. He might didn't get it. So go get it. I could get it. Key. Thank for all y'all for coming back to watch the podcast, and just stay tuned to watch tonight to try and get True Hood on this son of a bot. Jesus Christ. If y'all got any questions, y'all can shoot them at me right now. Also, you can shoot True Hood some questions. I'll tell him some other questions. Can't believe we done did 12 episode of the podcast. Thank for the fans who kept this going. About the fans that really that's our point to do it. But so
all right, are we on the air? We on the air today?
Yep.
All right. Larry Fishburne here on commentary to introduce to you tonight the one, the only, the overrated sumbitch, the number one guy in backyard wrestling's East Coast territory today. The man, the myth, the legend, Big Chop. What? I checked the script. You didn't tell me it was you? It's Drew Hood.
All right. That one way to start out the podcast. Now he disappeared like Casper, I guess.
Larry, I swear to God, dude, read the script next time. Like, you gotta go over your lines. If you don't go over your lines, we make the show look bad. You're gonna make this guy cry. You don't make him cry. God damn, I'm giving you a pay cut. Yeah, it's not $10 an hour anymore. It's $9. All right, $9.50. I don't care if you got to feed your poodle. Get another job. Sorry, Kid Rick, I'm back. What's up?
Like we always do here in the OYO podcast. Let me hear your catchphrase.
Oh, God, the catchphrase. What catchphrases do I have? I'm overrated. That's about it. Unless I call people stupid son batches. I call myself Mr. Entertainment, Mr. Handsome, the man, myth, and legend himself, DHNHD, VTW World Heavyweight Champion, NHD, Drew Hood. There you go.
And my name is Mr. Oh, yeah. Mr. Fighting for Gold. Mr. Still your spotlight. And tonight going to be a very special night of the Oh Yeah podcast because we got one of the very best BYW, one of the most entertaining BYWs
we do?
of all time, in my opinion. He, CJE, and Big Time up there, in my opinion. So let's get this botch on the way. And
who's the son batch?
Drew Hood, thanks for being on the podcast.
You know what? Not too many people ask me to be on their stuff. So you know what? This is a big honor for me, and I very, 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 very much so have to send you flowers in the mail. Like, you just got to give me your address. I'll send you some flowers. I'll send you a T-shirt, which you can buy at nowhere. I'm very sorry. That was mean. Continue.
What kind of flowers you going to get me?
What's an I'm sorry flower? No, you know what? I'll send you an I'm sorry flower if I completely ruin this podcast. We'll call it a thank you flower, which...
You'll send me a note?
Yeah, I'll send you a note, too. I'll put some daffodils and arrange it, probably with some petunias.
You make a
note on that.
You gonna make a poem for me?
Yeah, probably that. Probably that, too. Got a C in English, but you know what? I can write a good poem every so often once I Google it. But you know what? I'll make it my own.
In the comment section below, y'all can ask some questions too. Drew Hood,
Yo,
let's get this. let's get this underway. I heard that this year is gonna be your last year in BYW. Is that true?
I have said that 2016 is most likely my last year in backyard wrestling. Now, whether or not that stays true, since we are only in the first month out of 12, we'll have to wait and see. But I do know that my BYW career, it's got to start wrapping up soon. It's got to really start wrapping up soon because my time's getting, taken up by work. I got to do some stuff at home. I got to do a lot of things. And I'm not saying that backyard wrestling isn't a priority because it very much so is. I mean, I'm working out just to look good on camera for YouTubers that I'm not getting, paid payment from. So it's just a thing where BYW's a huge, huge passion. And it's something where, you know what? I've been doing it for a while. I've had the spotlight on me a few times. I've just become Old Yeller. And sometimes you got to put Old Yeller down. And you got to let the younger generation step on up and take the spotlight.
Yeah. I mean, some companies are very young, starting out, like I believe WTW, WKE, and WWT. A lot of young talent that they've had spotlight because they put on so many great matches.
Oh yeah,
and that were a ruthless, aggressive plug-in by me with the WWT because the WWT is one of the top companies in BYW. Not right now, but you watch the matches, they should be like WWT.
Right.
Drew Hood. What are your favorite food, man?
Favorite food. Oh my God. Well, sponsorship time. If you're ever down in the North Carolinian area and you want to go grab a bite to eat with the Overrated Son Batch, you're going to go to Bojangles. And you're going to get yourself some chicken, you can get yourself some fries, some biscuits, and you're going to have a good time because Bojangles is the #1 place on earth. And I'm just telling you now, get the Pepto-Bismol ready if it's your first time.
Okay. Drew Hood, right now in BYW, what company besides VTW is your most favorite company to watch?
Good question. Is it BEW with Bad Read and... Wait, no. Hold on. Wait, what? Check what script? Oh, this script? There's a script for a podcast, but this is live. All right. Wait, BEW didn't return? But they were hyping it up for like a month. Oh, well, I guess it's not them. So it's not BEW. I guess it has to be KBW because they frequently upload and they get... What now? Okay, fine. KBW's last show? Tomorrow? You gotta tell me these things. Like, how am I... Higher power, please. Come on now. You gotta tell me what's up. Because I get lost in the loop. Favorite company besides... you know what? I'm gonna have to go underground for this answer and go find some wrestlers and entertainment for the UWE. Gotta say, UWE is probably my other favorite to watch, and we're kind of like, VTW and UWE. It's kind of like an agreement where we exchange talent, and it's like a New Japan Pro Wrestling meets ROH sort of thing, where there's intertwining a lot. And over the time, it's come to my attention that UWE actually is quite fantastic. Not putting anything against other companies. It's just UWE is something that I watch quite frequently. And I very much so enjoy it. Except for Cameron. Screw that guy.
Well, he was on the podcast, I believe, during December.
On the same podcast as Cameron Jackson.
November.
Oh. He put me on the same podcast as CJE. You know what? The CJE, they make T-shirts too. But they give their frog this stupid-looking eye just bulging out of the frog. Like, what is that? What is that? It's like it looks like an apple trying to escape from the frog's head. Like, look at this. Look at this crap. Look at that piece of crap.
So disrespectful on the Oyo podcast.
Hey, I told you. I'm going to be bringing the heat tonight. And I'm just saying, Cameron Jackson is a load of monkey crap.
Okay. God dang.
Just saying.
When I know, like, what got you into BYW?
Oh boy. Oh man, backyard wrestling. All right. We got to rewind the tape about nearly 8 years. All right, we'll go 8 years ago. 2008. I meet a man who is known in CCW as JC Brown. I meet this guy through school and my church group. We start hanging out. We start talking. He shows me WWE.com, not the TV show, WWE.com. And I first watch my first ever wrestling video, The Dirt Sheet, with The Miz and John Morrison. And for some God unknown reason, that got me into wrestling. The Miz and John Morrison making fun of people got me into wrestling. So I went from there to going to TV and recording all the wrestling I could. Started watching it, started getting history and all that, and trying to get it in my head, like, oh, who's this, who's that, who's done this, who's done that, who's done who, and all this other stuff. And eventually, JC Brown and I started saying, you know what? Got a trampoline in your yard. And it's my yard. Got it in my yard. And he said, you know what? We should just go wrestle around on it. And I said, okay, sure. Yeah, we'll go do that. We filmed it. None of it is on the internet, by the way. Thank the Lord. None of it is on the internet. But we filmed it. We edited it for some reason, put it on DVDs, and those are somewhere. No idea where. They might be on the black market. I can't be too sure. But I do know that it was some of the just most fun that I had up to that point in my life. And after a while, we said, you know what? We should go to YouTube. Because we looked up a couple of backyard wrestling federations. Well, we call them backyard wrestling, but if people aren't familiar, GWC, the Georgia Wrestling Circuit, was my absolute number one inspiration for getting into wrestling, into backyard wrestling, because CJ Lennon, K9, Fred Yehai, Stunt, all these guys down in the South, I loved their stuff. And we said, you know what? We can do that too. So let's go to YouTube. And then we started putting out content and stuff. And that was my BYW start. But that was my backyard wrestling start of my career. My prime is a whole different story. But I'll let you keep asking the questions.
All right, with that man, about when you started out, I want to talk about a rough patch when y'all not VTW but CCW, when y'all stopped, when y'all had almost a dozen subscribers. What happened to that channel y'all had back in the day? That is now called CCW History Channel. What happened though?
Okay, well, not going to go too many details about it because this happened a year ago and it should be brought up. And if anyone's still holding on to feelings about it, it's stupid. Personal issues happen, lots of arguing, lots of fighting. And it got to the point where people said that they didn't want me there anymore, or they just thought, you know, okay, well, then you're leaving. And I said, okay, I guess I'm gone. And there were a couple of talks to say, hey, Drew, why don't you keep doing it? And I just basically made up my mind that really it wasn't even CCW related. Mostly, it was mostly just a bunch of personal stuff that kept getting brought up that I was just like, oh my God, why? So I got to the point where if this is going to make me unhappy, and if I'm unhappy doing CCW, I don't want to do it. Now, would I've preferred that CCW continued and we continue pushing out the content like we were at the end of the year and then at the beginning of the year 2015? Absolutely. If we had continued onward and we had no problems, then I'm sure CCW right now would probably be pretty huge. But it's just a lot of things came into place where everything just kind of fell apart. Now, I have to say that where things fell apart, things obviously took a turn for the better. Because out of all that crap rose the opportunity that VTW gave me. So I'm very eternally thankful for that.
Absolutely, because now you go back and watch on the CCW History Channel. You had some good matches, but
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I was terrible. An era. Oh, screw all that, man. That sounds terrible.
I mean, like, all it could be bad, but there always gonna be some good moments somewhere in there. But like, well, bad times when you want to call CCW a bad time, but VTW gave you so much. I think that because all that roster they got with Aaron Jones, Ecstatic, Zach Daniels, my bad, not Zach Andrews. Even though he's very, very great,
yep, true.
wrestler, in my opinion.
He's very good.
Very good. He don't get the spotlight he deserves, in my opinion, because he worked so hard he'll work hard for anything, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But VTW gave you a lot of spotlight, a lot of time to become what the Drew Hood we know today, and that is the Son Botch. That is the underrated, overrated.
Oh, underrated. Who says I'm underrated?
But fuck, you are now the VTW World Champion. Some might even say that you're the face of VTW now, at the first ever face. But to me, I believe VTW is, with all the roster they got, that cannot be a face.
They are.
But Kevin Chambers in that race to become a face. Also with one man, absolute favorites, Joe Cool, who should be the world champion right now.
You hear this right now? I'm not mad about the joke. No matter what I do, Kevin Chambers gets brought up everywhere I go. Do you know how angry this makes me, higher power? Okay. I'm calm. Kevin Chambers, fine. He dances around, does a little airplane maneuvers I see 4-year-olds doing where I work. That's fine. Fine, Kevin. Kevin Chambers. Nah, but in all seriousness, Kevin Chambers is quite funny. Very interesting character. And you said Cousin Joe. Hey, Joe, guess what? Someone likes you. What? I know, it's shocking to me, too. Oh, flip me off. I'll come over there and kick your head off. Leave, Joe! All right, we're good. He left. Bye, Joe.
All right, peace out, Joe, and let's get on with the podcast. Right now, if I'm thinking like, what do you think about PCW? What name? God, can't remember his name. Fuck. APW? Yeah, APW. No, not APW. Fuck. What's that company called? I don't know. Fuck it. Fuck that person. Quit fucking with me and fucking me in my ass. Okay, let's get on with the podcast. Drew, what do you say is your best match in CCW?
Smash in CCW. CCW. It's a very good question. Drew Hood's best match in CCW. The last one I ever had was that Glory Days 4 main event, which a lot of things came into place for that with who was then known as Party Boy, JC Brown, and Jake Dar. And that was the Fatal 4-Way. That was my last ever match in CCW, and that was probably the more meaningful one, the most story behind it, and the most hyped up match that we had in probably ever. And just everything came together for that matchup. Everybody was pretty much on point. Everyone was flowing well together. I would say that was my best CCW match. Most likely.
Okay, that match, and let's say what your best match right now for VTW?
I think it goes without saying that most people, whenever they associate me with a best match, they're always going to point to that Best in the Yard war with Big Time Mike. And I have to say, I 100% agree that my match with Mike was, since that took place in VTW, I was the YouTube champion, it was the arena and everything else. That right there was the epitome of pain, suffering, entertainment, wrestling, and near death. But it was fantastic. And I would pay to do that again someday if everything comes in the right place.
You will pay to get.
I will pay Big Time Mike's flight ticket. I'll pay for his plane ticket to get on over here.
And we'll like see another war between you and Big Time, because that, in my opinion, will get a match, go open to the Best in the Yard. What was the best match on the card? You can't say yours was, or even also the main event. You can pick best match on the card besides your match in the main event. What else match were the best on the card?
So not the opener, not the last match. Honestly, it's hard to pick between Storm and Creed and Daniels and Daisy. They were both very elite A+ for their own different reasons, and that's why I'm having trouble naming my favorite / what I think was the other best match at that show. And my other dilemma is the fact that I think Best in the Yard pretty much offered A+ quality content throughout the entire thing. Whether it was a 30-minute last man standing match with Creed and Storm, a 6-minute flag match with Avery Hoke and Winnipeg Warrior, or we went to some godforsaken trailer park to go film Diablo versus Dirty DeChico. All of them were just so good in their own ways that it pains me to think about what I would call the best match. I don't know. You know what?
You throwing shade at Kevin Shaw and Ellen Jones? You ain't gonna mention them? To me, that was one of my favorite matches on the card too.
I said every match was one of the best in their own way with the A+ and everything else. Is now that I forgot to mention them, it's that I'm jealous that people said that was the best match on the card. That's the honesty. Everyone was like, Aaron versus Kevin, man, best match on the card. I went, well, shoot, I didn't work hard enough. So, you know what? It's great. Fantastic match.
And Matt Vu, when like WWE and BYW, how the only a couple companies that actually put on pay-per-views like WWE. But in my opinion, like while I'm watching a event for BYW or WWE, I always say the opening match is always gonna be great, and the main event will always be great. But it's those matches in between that always get my attention because the side that the opener got to be great because that will make you keep watching the show. And the main event probably be good because they've been built and building that match for so long. So it ain't a stab or a shoot at you.
I don't care. Enough people do it already. I don't care. Go ahead and shoot. Shoot on me. Shoot me with your AK-47s. Sorry. Was that KBW reference? Do we have to pay them royalties? Okay, good. Shoot me down with whatever you got.
Probably do. Probably gonna pay them some royalty because they are a great backyard wrestling company. You can say backyard wrestling. But we get on topic. Who do you want to be your last match in BYW against?
Last match. I can tell you what matches I would put in the final two. They could be switched around. One is with Kevin Shaw, best friend of mine. We hang out several times a week. We probably hang out 9 days in a 7-day week. It's a lot. It's a lot of the time. And it's just the thing where we've become so close and such good friends to where we know what each other's thinking. And that's why the match would probably oh boy, I lost my English there for a second. I know. I don't need a dictionary, okay? Probably be my favorite match ever. Now, for sentimental reasons, and for reasons of I just haven't seen him in a long time, I would say the other pick I have for final match would be Jay Brown. He got me started with wrestling. He showed me wrestling. He showed me some backyard wrestling. He's the one that gave me the idea that trampoline could be used for a ring. And there's just a bunch of backstory behind everything that could make one hell of a promo package. So I would take that. And then our final matchup would probably be XBWF Extreme Rules, considering that was our first ever federation and every match was Extreme Rules for reasons. And you know what? Oh, God, that'd be good. Yeah, those two. Either of those two, probably my final matchup.
What about the master plan with the boy man, CJE? What about him? What you want to take him on in your last match?
Larry, do you hear this right now? He's talking about this guy. He's talking about this guy. He flashed this sign probably around Gremlin City and get shot. Like, I don't know what he wants me to talk about Cameron Jackson for. He ruins my main events. He ruins my moments. He insults me every chance he gets. He doesn't talk to me anymore. He doesn't call me anymore. We're hardly even friends. So, Cameron Jackson, if I ever get a match with him, it's going to end very quickly before the match even starts, because if he ever crosses my path again, oh boy, a holy beatdown of epic proportions and higher power. I'm sorry, I know you tell me every day to be a little more reserved and less violent, but his name just makes me so mad. And if you Google Cameron Jackson, you get the other member of his family, the lost member of his family, a gay porn star. So who else would want to be a fan of that guy? You know what, Cameron Jackson, if you ever watch this podcast, I'm coming for you. You're not my last match. It'll be your last match ever in wrestling.
Drew, you say you coming for Cameron Jackson, Cameron Jackson. Which Cameron Jackson you talking about? The gay porn star? You did say you coming for him.
Boy, he's making JK jokes at me. Oh, that's good. That's good though. That's good.
Okay.
Write that down. Write it down. Here's a piece of paper. Write it down.
All right, what BYW event are you most anticipated for? Which event you cannot wait to see?
Well, even though no matches are confirmed, nobody's really talked about it much. Best in the Yard 2 is 110% happening. And that is one event that I think it's going to top last year's. Hard to do, I know. But it will top it. And I can't wait to witness whoever shows up. I can't wait to meet new people. I can't wait to witness all these styles of wrestling and entertainment coming into one event. And I fully believe that we're probably going to have to call 911 because someone's probably going to get severely hurt. But you know what? Wrestling. Good.
Wrestling is a very great thing. All right, what about BWE's Power Line? What about are you anticipating for that event? That should be a great event, in my opinion, to see Seth Maddox versus Joseph Everhart. What are your take on Joseph Everhart? Do you like the guy?
I mean, I don't have a problem with him. I don't have a problem with him. He's a good wrestler. So, no problem. I'm just saying.
Also, I'm not going to plug in TWF because that would be just very messed up, in my opinion. Because I want to like try to bury other companies on my own podcast. I will not promote TWL, which we do got an award show that coming on next Wednesday, I believe. So don't miss that. We got 3 awards for TWL and 3 awards for the whole BYW community. And also we got a new pay-per-view that coming on that is called Taboo 4. Don't miss that. And that should be a great event too. But there's one more. There's another event that is coming on, and that is LBW Company Rising. And we got a lot of special things that are coming for FBW. We got BWE, FNW, we got CWP, we got B. Of course, they got Mr. Oh Yeah on the show. So I cannot wait to show all of the BYW community that event. Okay, thank God I did not promote any companies.
I didn't hear any promotion.
I know, right, man?
Did you hear any? I didn't either.
Yeah, I've been messed up if I promote myself. Twitter at Chesley LC. So don't forget to go follow that. Also, don't forget.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you want to see me punch faces through Twitter, you're going to go follow me at BYW Face Puncher, which I haven't changed for a year, and I have no idea why that's still my Twitter handle.
I saw it look odd, but I mean how you are a face puncher. But also, I do not believe any BYW company got a SoundCloud. And like, what would they post on a SoundCloud? Something like this. Go ahead, Drew.
Oh wait, am I supposed to sing? Oh God, that was in the contract. Who did this? Who booked me for this? Larry, was that you? I'm not supposed to be on a SoundCloud. This. Oh my God, am I supposed to sing? Is this what this is? Oh boy, I sound like a dying walrus on crack when I try to sing. You think I'm supposed to sing? Oh God. Higher power, help me now. What am I supposed to do? If I'm on SoundCloud. You're listening to Sounds on the Clouds with Drew Hood. No. If you believe in love. Is that good? No? Okay. Oh, God. You put me on the spot. You took the spot and you pulled it out from underneath my feet, and I just spiked right into the ground. I'm a fish out of water right now. What do I do? Help me, give me a little contract. Where's the contract at? I don't have to sing. Well, what do you want me to do? I can't juggle. People don't see me juggling on SoundCloud. They just hear the things smacking my hands. And then whatever they think I'm smacking in my hands, they probably be, perverted about it. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Okay. I admit that you have sang, but TWL Wrestling is on the SoundCloud, and you can go watch the first 5 episode of the Oh Yeah podcast, and we still gonna put some more, and we also gonna upload some music, maybe for theme songs, and
he's got
maybe our performance CSC might be on though, uploading some hit music.
He's gonna auto-tune.
Also,
I don't want an auto-tune remix. Don't let him auto-tune remix this podcast. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. What do you mean I already sound like an idiot? Larry, you are fired. All right, you're rehired, but your paycheck went down to $9 officially. Unbelievable. And if you are listening to this Oh Yeah podcast, guess what? You can go subscribe to VTW Wrestling, where you can see me, the world's heavyweight champion, take on all comers, fight anybody and everybody, punch faces, take names, kick some ass, and still retain the championship. At BYW Face Puncher on Twitter and on social media, let me think, Instagram, DH_in_HD. Yes, I just plugged myself on Instagram. And yes, I do have an Instagram. I know, the big old tough guy. You know what? I look pretty sometimes. I like to film it, and I like to take a little picture. And filtered. Obviously filtered. That's the only way that anybody looks attractive nowadays. So, with that being said, back to you, Kid Rick. VTW Wrestling.
So, okay, I want to promote this. We're not going to sign out, not yet, not for a while, I believe. But I do really want to promote this all in seriousness. FBW company rising. I have put some effort into that, trying to get companies, and not a lot of companies want to make a commercial for it too. And now we got a lot of goofy stuff gonna be in between matches. So I believe they're gonna be pretty entertaining to see, with some wrestling involved in it. And to me, if you're watching this, you gotta tune in for the company rising, because that is a very great event. Do not miss it. Go follow me, Drew Hood, because we know we're gonna be promoting the hell out of that. And right now, the date is on my birthday, or the day before my birthday, February 10th or 11th. So hopefully, the fans go check that out, and we know Larry Fishbone is gonna hopefully commentate that thing when I finally get it uploaded to FBW channel.
Larry,
Drew Hood,
did you go behind my back? You went behind my back, and you're gonna go ahead and commentate an event. What if I wanted to special guest commentate? What do you mean I can't? Oh, you're right. We could have at least told me to make a commercial. I mean, I could have made a commercial about, stuff. I have stuff. Larry, get out. Paycheck's $8.50 an hour now. Good God.
all right, Drew. Right now, the VTW Rumble is coming up. The reunion, I believe that what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Are you amped for it? Cause I saw that 4-way match, and I know you're my guest, but I'm going with one of my favorites, Ellen Jones, who ran.
I gotta walk left, walk right, walk left again. Walk left and walk right, walk left, and I got a double fist because I'm so mad about it. Good Lord.
Okay. What does that event got in store for us, the BYW fans?
Oh, here's all right, strap yourselves in, boys and girls, strap them in. There's no girls, so watch BYW one talk about, wow, strap yourselves in, boys. Strap them in nice and good because you're about to hear quite a bit of promotion. With VTW Reunion coming up, our opening matchup of the evening is D-Lock, the #1 contender and newest Joe's Hellfire Incorporated member, going against Mephisto for the X Factor Championship. These two beat the living snot out of each other backstage at Christmas Chaos, and we will see if D-Lock is going to recover from that loss that he had against High Voltage, one of my personal favorites, on Vindication. We will see if Mephisto is going to continue to be the longest reigning champion in VTW. I think he's held that championship since Mania in July, and we are near the end of January. So he's held that championship for a very long time. We will see if he is going to continue to hold that championship. Now, moving on from that one, what's the next match on the card that we got? Well, we do have that Fatal 4-Way World Heavyweight Championship matchup. That matchup, you saw in the last Vindication that I found out because Avery sent me some clues as to who my opponents were. Now, as to why they are my opponents, you're going to just have to watch the next Vindication because, quite frankly, Zach Daniels gets every single opportunity handed to him, and then some. Aaron Jones walks left, walks right, walks left again, double fists, and that's what he's known for. And you got Dustin Plague, who came back to Backyard Wrestling because he sucked in the Indies. Like, why do I have to face them in a Fatal 4-Way? I mean, come on now. Oh, wait, hold on, what? Because you told me that I got to fight everybody and anybody in 2016? You are absolutely correct. I'm fighting every single challenger that ever steps in my way in VTW, and especially since I am the world's champion. I've got to defend my championship. I'm the overrated sumbitch. I got to make sure that the title stays right where it belongs on me. But there is always that 25% chance of me winning versus the 75% chance of me not winning because there's 4 people, and I didn't do that math very well. I didn't know that I only had a small chance of winning. Oh boy. Well, I'm just going to have to train a little bit harder, put on a little extra weight at the gym. No, not a fat joke. Weights, iron, pumping iron on the gym, put more weight on the bench press bars, grab heavier dumbbells. I'm going to have to work a little bit harder. Now, the biggest match on that card, the Reunion Rumble. Oh boy, the Reunion Rumble. Let me tell you something. If I retain my championship at Reunion, I plan on going to VTW Mania as the champion to go to the main event to face the winner of that Rumble. Now, for the winner of the Rumble, it's been a lot of guesses from a lot of different people. The #1 guess that I've heard people say is Ecstatic. Now, if Ecstatic does indeed win this matchup, I got something to tell him. No flippy maneuver is going to save you and win you a championship. I do respect you. You are a very good friend of mine. But when it comes time to get down to business and fight, and the bell rings, I am 100% business. And if Ecstatic wins, I'll beat him up. If, I don't know, Kevin Nash shows up, tears his quad, and wins the Rumble, I'll beat him up too. If Slick Gibson wins the Rumble, I'll beat him up too. And, oh my God, if I didn't say it, people would probably crucify me. If Kevin Chambers wins the Rumble, baby, then yes, I will beat him up too. I am here to say, though, that I will beat up each and every single person that tries to challenge me, but I'll shake your hand at the end of it. Of course, it's all about respect. Oh, how could I forget? There's a YouTube title match. Tyler Storm and Lips. YouTube Championship Storm calling matchup. One Freak versus Tyler Storm. One homoerotic piece of garbage versus a fighting champion like myself, Tyler Storm. Tyler, I swear to God, you better win. Oh, please, for the love of the higher power, win. God, I don't want Lips. Lips is going to deface the championship, and we're just going to have to go buy a new one. That's gross. Don't want to think about that.
All right, let's talk about some questions now. If you could right now, jump up to WWE and take 2 BYW superstars with you and also have a indie superstar to go with 2 indies and make a 5-man stable, uh, uh, who would they be and what would the name of the group would be?
Oh, God. Okay. I would take Big Time Mike. I would take the Young Bucks. And for that last spot, oh, God, it makes me so mad that I have to say it. Do I really have to say it? But I was bagging on him the whole time. I don't want to say it because he's going to use it against me. Cameron Jackson. Oh, God. That I feel like I just spilled hot coffee on my tongue. That burned a little bit. We're going to have to go buy Bojangles after to wash that out. Those are the 4 people I take with me. The 2 indie guys, the Young Bucks, and then we got the 2 backyard wrestlers, the Big Time Mike and the Crap J.E. We would all go in that 5-man stable. Now our name. Our name would probably be whatever Big Time Mike yelled out of his mouth next.
That possibly could be anything. Cause with Big Time, that always Big Time would say anything that
it could literally be like that could be our wrestling. Like that could be our stable name. That's it.
Just thinking about saying that when y'all walk out, Michael Cole, mispronouncing whatever,
He would mispronounce it.
But now, BWE comment below, and they said, "Who are some people you would like to face in 2K16?"
Okay. Oh, I see a lot of questions there. Oh, all right. Well, I kind of want to answer them all, but we're gonna start with BWE since you brought that up. First, let's see, BWE. Who would I like to face in 2016? Let me refer you to my Twitter at BYW Face Puncher. I think that's like the 4th time I've plugged that today. Go to my Twitter and scroll down a little bit. Scroll down. After you hit the follow button, scroll down a little bit, and you're going to see my tweet where I said 2016 dream match list. Anybody that says they want a match. That is literally who I want to face in 2016. I will travel to your place. I will pay to help you get to my place. I will take you to another place to face you. I don't care what will happen, but if you want a match with me, I will do everything in my power to make that match happen because by the end of the year, I want to be in contendership for the most traveled man of the modern backyard wrestling era. So anybody and everybody, if you want a match, just bring it. Do I have to pay royalties for that? Okay, good. Thank God.
Okay. A lot of people probably would like to take you on.
I don't see why I'm overrated.
One the Animal, one Jamal Payne, one Seth Maverick, probably Pork Chop, and a lot of guys probably would love to take you on. They get to some of the questions below. In your personal opinion, who do you think is the best BYW wrestler currently in BYW? And all of BYW.
Yeah, that's going across all America. That's going overseas in Europe, Finland, probably Sweden. There's probably some in Denmark somewhere. Man, that is an excellent question. And the way I'm going to answer this is by we might not even know the best backyard wrestler around. He might not even put his stuff on YouTube. He or she, all right, we won't be sexist about it, he or she could very well be this amazing performer who knows 6,000 moves, who is able to be as entertaining as the best of us, who's able to do just about everything, and we won't be able to see it because they don't put their stuff on YouTube. So who's the best? Well, we all know that CM Punk said he's the best, and he did backyard wrestling. So I'm going to go ahead and say not him. Definitely not me. Oh my God, if there was a Backyard Wrestling 500 rankings, I'm probably at 501. Like that. That's let me see. Best Backyard Wrestler. We don't know. Put it that way. We have no idea.
Because there's a lot of great talent to guys out there in the BYW community.
Absolutely, a lot of talent. Probably the most talented group of BYWers that I've ever seen.
Yeah. Also, KWE Tribute coming. Who is the biggest threat to the VTW World Championship?
Okay, so higher power. I'm going to ask you first. Should I go cliche? Okay, that's a vote yes. Larry, sorry, you don't hear me whenever I say Larry. Cliche? Yes. Cliche. The biggest threat to the VTW World Heavyweight Championship? You're looking at him. It's me. Because the moment I doubt myself, the moment I stop fighting, the moment I give any leeway and put my guard down, I am going to lose that belt. Which is why I'm going to have to keep on doing what I'm doing, keep on being overrated, keep on being a batch, keep on having to be everything that I am now. But, biggest threat, who's not me? Well, I mean, the Big Show. He's the biggest athlete in the world, isn't he? So, I mean, there you go. Big Show's he punch me in one hit and win the title.
Yeah. I mean, how he came down. I want to know how he'll look like on top of that trampoline. Get in there, see what happens.
Trampoline before Big Show, trampoline after Big Show.
None cussing. What were your thoughts on UWE and APW's retro invasion?
Oh my God. What a way to kick off the year. Holy heck, bro. That event, that was probably in the top 3 crossovers that I've seen happen in the past several years. That event was just phenomenal. And personal thoughts. I thought that there was a good amount of entertainment mixed with a good amount of wrestling, but there was this one match that just took the cake for me. And that match was with 2 people that you never would have thought would have been in a match of the night, possible match of the year contender. One being the BYW Juggalo, Fat Jack, and the other, APW's fastest rising star that is not named Shavarticus Jackson, Thomas Gray. That matchup was it's just now one of my personal favorites. Like, they beat the shite out of each other. I mean, good Lord. And it was so good to watch. Oh, my God. Great stuff. Jason Walker Lips, mind games, promos, great, awesome, on point. Cameron Shavarticus, always entertaining because that's 2 Jacksons in the same place. And then your main event with Rios and Corey, that was the main event. That was definitely worthy of the main event. Very good last man standing matchup. Corey basically going balls to the wall, throwing caution to the wind, proving himself as APW champion until he couldn't stand up on his own 2 feet because I guess he's got the mind or the legs of a toddler. I'm not entirely sure. But taking nothing away from them, Retro Invasion was absolutely amazing. And it really set the bar to a point where we're all just going to have to work extra hard now. So thanks, guys.
And I bet all they proud of it. One of the best, like you said, one of the best ways to start off the year with backyard wrestling, in my opinion. And my little dog, Chihuahua. Shoot, get missing, get.
He got a dog. He got a dog. I've said I want all the dogs. Get me that dog. Go get me the dog. I'll pay you extra. Give me the dog.
WTW, one I got coming. What do you think of WTW?
So what does he think of his own company? I'm kidding. What does he think? I think of his company? Well, let me put it this way. WTW, Your last matchup with Doomsday, the main event, was very, very good. Except, I don't think the Young Bucks have hit that many super kicks in their entire career. So, otherwise, I think WTW is on its way to being something different and something special. A couple changes here and there. The fact that, funny to me, Jax, Chase, and a couple of them, they look like little creeds because they got the weird MMA design shorts mixed with like the long socks and stuff. I think that's interesting that that's becoming a thing. It looks like bathing suits mixed with Nike athletic socks. I'm not entirely sure, but it is cool. I'll give you that. WTW is on its way to being recognized in the community, which is good, as long as they keep up doing what they're doing and improve on a couple things. I think WTW, WKE, BWE, and all these other companies are going to be the headway into the future. Anti-WF. I didn't mean to leave you out. I was just summarizing.
That's fine. I want to change the motion or like who you think, like what company. I want to change that. They talk about some of the hardest guys to work with backstage.
Who are some of the hardest guys to work with? Oh my God. Honestly, probably me for starters. I'll go ahead and say me, because I am overrated and I am a some batch and I can be incredibly hard to deal with. Because like I like my green M&Ms toasted, so like they don't really know what to do there when I ask them for a bowl of toasted green M&Ms. I mean, give me my hashtag toasted green M&Ms. It's not too hard. Put them in the oven, make sure they don't melt, and put them in a bowl. It's not hard. And you got to peel them too. You got to peel them off. Peel off the shells. Not that hard. Otherwise, there are a couple of issues when it comes to getting things done on time. And that's actually not blame on just one person. That can be put on several people. It gets to the point where we could have had a vindication by today, but we didn't. We might have it tomorrow night or Monday or something like that, but it gets to a point where we really do need to crack down on the editing, and we need to crack down on actually, filming matches. It's just a small vice in terms of backstage stuff. Other than that, though, family. So it's always dysfunctional here and there. So there's always going to be, issues when it comes to certain things. So, it's no big deal. It's just a couple professional, if you want to call it that, situations that we need to work on.
Did anybody ever did not want to put over a guy for some reason or put you over in a match?
Oh God! Yeah. Whenever someone talks to me about a match, I'm always the one to say I'll put you over. Like there's never an issue with me personally whenever it comes to like who's going to be the winner of a matchup. I mean, good God, like I could lose every match, Cameron Jackson, and probably still be as popular as I am now. Like I really do not care about wins and losses. I don't. So as long as I get my hashtag toasted green M&Ms on my arrival, I do not care. I do not care, win or loss. There used to be a couple issues with a few people in terms of getting them to actually, take a pinfall. But we have since moved on from then, and it's gotten to the point where it's nearly impossible to decide winners because everyone's like, I'll put you over. I mean, what is that? We got to have a winner sometime. We got to have someone win a match. I mean, good God. Someone's got to go over. And it's not going to be the higher power. Might as well be Kevin Chambers. Damn it, give him the championship.
Get Joe Cool some wins. Y'all know that he pinned nobody.
I'm sorry, Joe Cool. Hey, Joe. I'm going to call him real quick. I'm going to text him. I'm going to do the speech thing. Real quick. Hey, Joe. Someone wants you to actually win a match. So, I don't know why. I don't know why people like you, because you're an asshat. Love you, cousin. Bring me some Bojangles. Oh, I gotta send another text real quick. And toasted green M&Ms. All right, good. We're good.
Get him them down. Hashtag toasted green M&Ms, and we'll be happy. I want to get off the top of last song. Uh, right now, the presidential race is coming up. Who are you gonna vote for?
Oh, the presidential race. Oh boy. Is there a none of the above option? Oh my god. There's some that are good, there's some that appear good, and then there's some that are just plain bad. And I just, I don't know. Can we vote for Avery Hoke for president? Can we put Avery Hoke on the ballot now, please? Avery Hoke for prez.
I think he's too young though.
Avery Hoke's fine. He's got it. He'll be fine. He'll
I'm
win.
going for these. I'm going for these nuts.
Oh my god, I leave. I quit. All right, Larry, pack your bags. We're leaving. Because he said the joke. All right, fine. It's coming out of your paycheck again. Swear to God. Say that one more time. I'm going to come punch you. Swear to God.
All right. Back on the top of last song. Right now, what type of wrestling are you mostly watching right now? Indies, Ring of Honor, New Japan, WWE. What type of wrestling are you watching?
There's 3 letters. One is B, one is Y, and one is W. That is the number one thing that I watch. That and Shikara Pro Wrestling. I watch both of those. One for the wrestling and the hardcoreness, and to watch my friends do what they love. Shikara, because that's honestly where I would love to go. I love Shikara Pro. I think they are phenomenal. And their entertainment level is way above anything that we've ever done. It's just, oh my God. Oh, now I'm thinking about it. I might just pack up and move tonight. Shikara's great. WWE-wise, I'll tune in every now and again. I got, the DVR and everything's recorded. But the only thing I really watch in terms of WWE nowadays is Raw every so often. But I'm always doing something when watching Raw. And then I'll go ahead and just, turn that off, and I'll just wait for the pay-per-view. I'll just watch the pay-per-view and see what happens. Indies, Shikara's one. Ring of Honor every so often when there's not certain styles of wrestling going on, and I'm a big advocate for a certain style, as people probably know and probably see during my matches. It's just BYW, dude. Number one, all the way. As long as I'm doing it, I'm going to keep watching it. You know what? Even after I'm done, I'm probably going to keep watching it.
Like my family jokes about 40-year-olds watching little kids when they wrestle.
If it was your kid, it wouldn't be weird. But if it was someone else's kid who lived in a different state, then yes, that would be considered strange.
Yeah. Who is in the WWE right now? Who the guy you want to face right now at WrestleMania? If you get to go to WrestleMania and pick your opponent, who would the guy be?
All right. My opponent, I have thought long and hard about this one. The problem is he would probably be fully retired behind the scenes running the company by the time I got there. My number one dream opponent for WrestleMania is Triple H. The reason I want to face the game is because he knows what he's doing. And he's gotten so many people, so many opportunities to be over and huge that beating Triple H for WWE, if you beat Triple H, you're going to go on to be something big. John Cena wins the WWE Championship. Sheamus wins the WWE Championship. Name anybody that Triple H has faced that has beaten him, and they've gone on to do great things. Daniel Bryan. It seems like we're on the path with Roman Reigns and Triple H, possibly. Roman Reigns, if Triple H can't get him anywhere, then hopeless. It's the point where Triple H is my number one dream opponent because, well, first of all, I want to face punch that nose right into Albuquerque, even though all you gotta do is just nudge it an inch to the left because it stretches that far. And he's just a fantastic wrestler. No matter what Bret Hart says, 4 out of 10, get out of here with that. Triple H is phenomenal. Great guy. Great wrestler. Oh, but if Triple H was retired, I would grab two of my entertainment titan brethren, and I would go for a 6-man tag team match with.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I would absolutely grab Big Time Mike, the CJE, and we would have a 6-man tag match with the New Day versus BYW's Entertainment Pinnacles. And let me tell you, that matchup would probably be the greatest entertainment match of all time.
Probably would be. Shoot. Have you watched some TWL last in the last couple of months?
I have watched. I watched Fighting for Gold 3. I watched. Well, I mean, obviously your stuff on FBW, but that's technically FBW. And seen a couple videos here and there. I'm trying to catch up because I'm behind on a few people. And you know, when you work a lot, and then you get home and you're tired, and you're like, oh, it's time to go to bed, and you forget, oh yeah, they put out a new video. It's like, oh, whoops. So I'm trying to get caught up on everybody.
Also, while you at work, anybody else who at work or at school, yeah, even school, put your headphones in. Go to the SoundCloud, yeah, SoundCloud.com, or even the app. Then type in TWL.com space, and then type in wrestling, and then you hear what the episode of the OYO podcast. Also, you heard right now. In DRW, who are the guy you want to face the most?
Ty, Jamal Payne, and Disaster. Jamal Payne because I respect him and it's two big bulls going at it. Disaster because that skinny punk biatch needs a good beatdown and some humility punched into his thick, ugly babyface skull. Good Lord, Disaster. I want to punch that. I want to take his money. I want to burn it right in front of his face. You know what? He started DRW with a small loan of $1 million. And he's saying that he started from the ground up. I mean, come on. What is that? What is that? Small loan of $1 million. They show you a small loan.
They go to BWE. Who is a guy you want to face down there?
Cereal Bowl. No, I know. That's not his name. What's his name? What's his name? Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber. That doesn't wait. Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber Bowl. Cereal Bowl. Bowl cut. Oh, it's Seth Maverick. That's his name. All right. Seth Maverick. Oh, my God. Give me one shot at your open challenge. I'll become BWE champion, and I will return your belt to Walmart and get a refund.
So messed up.
Just
they go to trying to think of another company. BEW New York.
Oh God, we don't talk about them enough. Let me say this. I will shamelessly plug BEW New York. If you guys listening right now or watching whatever aren't watching them, you are missing out. They are phenomenal. Got a real ring. They got real great stuff. They got real great content. The people behind the scenes are awesome. That's a place that I definitely have my sights set on before the sun sets on my BYW career. Boy, the one guy, though, that I have to say I think would probably complement what I like to do in the ring the best would probably be Mr. Jeff Jarrett himself, Navon McDonald.
Be an interesting matchup to see, to say the very least.
Jordan Oliver would be a good one, too. Jordan Oliver's a very talented soul.
When you retire from BYW, what are your plans?
I have just about everybody and their mothers telling me that they want to see me at least attempt to train to go pro. They want to see me at least attempt to do the Indies, and maybe if I'm good enough, continue on to NXT, which I've seen in the comments, which I can tell you guys right now, I don't know why you're saying I should go to NXT because, oh boy, oh my God, I'm probably a midget compared to most of the people at the Performance Center. The great thing is, though, my plans are never really set in stone. Plans change, so I don't really have anything set until I know when something's going to happen. Now, when my career's over, I'll probably, say my goodbyes, my cries, my farewells, and all that stuff. But I do know that I'm going to have to do something wrestling related because wrestling's a huge part of what I live for. So something's got to go. I guess, you know what? I just put my foot in my mouth and I basically just admitted that I probably have to go train soon. So I'm probably going to have to go do that soon.
Because I really do want to see you prevail and go into any company, even TNA. I'd like to see you in just any company to see you competing and being Drew Hood. Would be an interesting thing to watch as a wrestling fan, because not a lot of people watch BYW, but in my opinion, all the people that the main screen for WWE and all those, they miss out because they are not watching these little companies put on great shows, and they ain't got really anything to push them. Nobody pushing them to be all the way to the top. They gotta make it ground up.
I'm not going to lie. So, someone in the comments section I just checked. Sorry for the interruption. Someone in the comments section put join TNA. And at first, you think normally, oh, hey, that's an insult. Honestly, joining TNA is not a half bad idea. You could really see if you are made of something special, if you are able to go on TNA and pull up their ratings and make people want to watch. You know what? That actually might be an interesting challenge. Damn it, now I'm thinking about it. Larry, write that down. We got to think about that.
We better get to the ending of the podcast.
End.
But trying to think of one more question before I sign out. Don't want to end off right now, but let me think. Do you got any question for me, Drew Hood?
Do I have any?
This is the season finale of the podcast.
The podcast is quite good when your audio is not messing up. And we're sitting there looking at a live stream thinking, oh boy, is Kid Rick like miming? Is he going to make the screen go black and white? Are we about to have Charlie Chaplin lead this podcast? The Oh Yeah podcast is actually very well done. It's a lot of fun. And you know what? This is probably the most fun I've had in terms of doing a talk show in a very long time. Probably since Big Time Mike back at Christmas Eve. It's very fun. Now, you know what? You got to get yourself some theme music. Go ask like somebody. Go make you a music that's only for the Oh Yeah podcast. And take that Oh Yeah podcast. You take off the podcast, you put the talk show, and you go put it on your TWF show, and you just go like, welcome to the TWF Oh Yeah talk show. No, sorry, royalties. I'll pay Mike later. And you just make that a talk show too. And then when you want to do a podcast, bring it back onto the podcast. Bring it back on these Google Hangouts that have provided a lot of opportunities for a lot of backyard wrestlers to have some fun.
All right, shoot. Will you be down to come down to Mississippi to put on match versus me or the animal?
Or why not both? Let me see here. Mississippi.
Well,
I'm just saying, if someone says, do you want to come face so-and-so or so-and-so, I'm going to say, I'm put them both in the match. I'm going to face both of them. All right, let's see. Mississippi. All right, how far are you, Mississippi? All right, up. Why are you doing this to me? No, please. Okay. All right, hold on. The direction is to up. No. All right. Well, that didn't work out very well. All right. I'm getting this. We're going to get there. All right. Mississippi. All right. How far am I from it? That's not right. Oh, there we go. Half a day trip. Yeah, sure. Save up some money. Why not? Be fun.
Cause not a lot of people know what mass style is. Mass style is a mess, but I'm a 6'1" half flower that do not really go half that often. But I know how to be technical. I know how to be. I can't do powerhouse because my arms are too big to be moving around people. Cause they're just too big. But the animal, them up, he just too goddamn phones to be messing with, and that dude don't even lift weights. I want to see he take on big time Mike. I want to see both of them to go at it because it might not be a wrestling match, but they're gonna be in the living hell out of one another. I want to see that match booked for big time and him. That'd be a great match.
I'm just.
Before we
Yeah, I agree.
before we sign out on the podcast, since this is season finale of the podcast, you got any questions for me?
Season finale. All right. Since this is a season finale, when are you going to return? Don't make it on Walking Dead Day though. I'm busy that night. I gotta watch The Walking Dead. So when is the Oh Yeah podcast going to return?
I believe I'm gonna take off 1 month so I can rest up. Cause I 1 month off to relax, but I should be back on March. And also, I'm gonna try to get a couple of musical guests on here who like not known singer wise. Hopefully, I can get or a DJ on here. I don't know how old he might be, or he might be. I believe he young, so I'm gonna try to get he on here. I'm a fan of all ball guests besides BYW because doing a podcast is very fun. Talking about wrestling, but I also want to talk about music, TVs, and a lot more. So that what I'm hoping for. If I can't, fuck it. If I can, yay! But, oh yeah. Any more questions?
What is Kid Rick's goal for the O? Who is? You know what? I'll put it this way. I was losing my English there for a second. Put the dictionary down. Let's lose my English for a second. Who will be, in your mind, the top guest on the Oh Yeah podcast in the next season? Who are you hoping will appear on the podcast? And if you say Cage, God dang it.
I mean, I won't put Cage on that. I mean, he want to come on. I don't care. But let me Corey Graves, Big Time Mike. I'll let get Big Time Mike on here because I believe he'll make this show a little bit interesting. Anybody from APW, somebody from BEW New York. This season I have CJE, Drew Hood, Disaster, Seth Maverick, and the Bad Reed. And that just bad guys are some fat top talented guys in BYW. I can back up season 1 and into season 2 of the Oh Yeah podcast. Who can I get to make that more entertaining?
Damn it, we didn't.
Who knows? My goal, I might try to go. I'm planning on trying to get big time. So I want to see his thoughts on the KBW, the last episode or last pay-per-view, Blood, Sweat, and Tears that is coming on tomorrow.
Yep.
Cannot wait to see what's gonna happen. And like I said, maybe a musical guest might pop on here. Who the hell knows? Any more questions? Game question.
Okay. All right. All right. Is there any position to fill for a man, myth, and legend in the making? Someone who is one of the fastest rising stars, low-key fastest rising stars in BYW today. A personal best friend of mine, Kevin Shaw.
What up, dude?
Yeah, he can come down here too. We can make matches, or we can make podcasts. We could do series. We could do anything because my mind is always open. And Kevin Shaw, You sick freak. Where was you? You just sitting down there and just sitting down. What were you doing in that corner?
You know what we were doing? Shameless plug. I lost the case. Where'd it go? Shite. All right, we blew it, Larry. Cover. Battlefront. He was playing Battlefront the whole time.
really was.
Battlefront. Pew pew. You got the hero a lot of times. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I got hero a lot. I got you a lot of points.
I'm impressed.
Oh, it was really cool just staying back and just watching the promo and playing Battlefront.
BYW life. BYW goals.
life.
That's goals right there. Red, white, and bruised. Red,
Got
white.
him.
Woo!
Alright.
Like, oh my God, these two.
Just wait until you get a bow ding.
Alright. Say your catchphrase and we can get out.
All right, catchphrase time. This has been the entertaining one, Mr. Handsome, DH&HD, Mr. Overrated Some Batch, the owner of DH&HD's Overrated Enterprises, the one, the only VTW World Heavyweight Champion, NHD, Drew Hood, signing off. Catch you next time.
And my name is Mr. Oh Yeah, Mr. Fire for Gold, Mr. Steal Your Spotlight, and tonight had truly been a very special night. And hopefully when the Oh Yeah podcast come back, we got a lot more people who come on aboard and do this with me. So I won't be a sick freak by myself doing whatever on here to be entertaining. And before we sign out, Drew Hood, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me. And Kevin's 30 seconds.
I enjoyed it.
30 seconds.
Every second counts.
Yeah, I got to make the most of it.
Sure.
Big honor.
Peace. No problem, man.
30 seconds of glory, dude. 30 seconds of glory.